welcome to the Perth Blue Baggers pod. As always, my name is Louis.
And I'm Marty on special comments.
So, here we go. We can finally review a win. So, round 23 against Port Adelaide. And then we will be previewing our final game of the season against Essendon. So, let's get straight into it because we've been itching to do this all weekend.
Oh, well, look, how good is a win?
Yeah.
How good is it to do a pod after we've had a win?
Mm-hmm. Finally.
It's a great feeling. It is fantastic.
And after such a comprehensive one like
Well,
this.
it was pretty comprehensive. I think probably, maybe the last 5 to 10 minutes where we go away a few late goals. Probably, coasted a little bit. But if you take that out of there, we're really dominant until then. And even then, that was, the cue was in the rack. But it was a really dominant performance from the get-go.
Yeah.
We kicked the first 6 goals of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just amazing. I think that first quarter really set us up. It started, I think, with Big Hudson O'Keefe kicked his first goal for the club.
That was last week.
No. Are you sure? He definitely kicked one.
He kicked one.
Oh, well, he kicked his first goal for the season. First goal for the game, I should say.
Yeah.
Anyway, he was great. That was a good start. Ashton Moyer slotted one. Frankie Evans continued his good form with a superb snap. Really one of the goals of the season for us. Beautiful snap. And then you didn't think it was going to get any better. And Harry Mackay just pulled one straight out of the ruck, just threw it on the boot, and it's gone straight through the middle. It was one of those days. We've had some games this season where nothing can go right. Everything appears to go wrong. This time was the opposite, where everything was going right for us at that stage. So the first 6 goals of the game, Zach Williams I think got amongst it. Harry kicked 2.
Yeah.
And I look in terms of the feeders, I thought Cooper Lord was sensational early. He just found his targets really well, really effectively. He was doing what we'd asked the boys to do, and that's just not dump it on the boot, but hit up targets. And he was hitting up targets inside 50.
Yeah.
I think he hit it up Cripps twice, Harry once, and 1 or 2 others as well. So he was right amongst it. Sam Walsh was running riot. He had a very big first half. Cripps was amongst it. I think Zach Williams was up and about. Look, there was just so many players that were dominant at that stage. And in the second quarter went on with it as well. It was 6 goals to 1 in the second quarter.
Yeah.
Another 2 from Harry. I mean, it was clear that he was going to have a big day out, wasn't it?
Mm.
And he was great. And I think there was a few others that were amongst it at that time as well, So, we slowed down a little bit after half-time. I think we're probably a little bit inaccurate in the third quarter. And after kicking the first couple of goals in the fourth, we probably put the foot off the pedal a little bit. But it was a very dominant win, and you got to be happy, especially as we got flogged by this mob.
Yeah,
a few months ago.
Good to get a bit of revenge.
I think it was great.
Yeah.
I think it was a 100-point turnaround. I think they beat us by about the same margin last time. We won by 54 this time.
Mm.
So it was a really, really good comprehensive game with a lot of. What was really good? We moved the ball effectively, I thought. We were probably a bit more daring in our use of the ball.
Yeah.
And we were hitting our targets more effectively, particularly inside 50 early. How many good shots at goal did we have in that first half? Quite a lot.
Yeah.
Quite a lot.
Yeah.
And it's no coincidence if you're creating good opportunities in front of goal that you then go and kick them. And we kicked 13 goals in the first half alone.
Mm. Yeah.
Just the 5 after half time. But I think unlike some of the other games where we sort of really collapsed, remember West Coast, we were going to kick 1 goal after half time. This time kicked 5.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a collapse at all. Like I said, we outscored them in the third quarter, and there was only a couple of late goals in the fourth. So it was pretty comprehensive.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure there's some key stats that I would like to talk about. So overall, we're plus 11 in clearances. And then you look at the centre clearances, plus 12, 16 to...
19 to 7.
No, 19 to 7. Okay, yeah.
And centre clearances.
Yep, very good there. So that, gives us the first chance to use the ball. Also, plus 36 in contested possessions. Very good there. And then a massive differential of 27, plus 27 inside 50s. And we really capitalised on that. And I think our goal efficiency was 27%. Much better than usual. Normally it's around that 20%. Or 18%. I've seen as bad as that this year. So it was good that we maximised our opportunities there.
One stat, you've heard me talk about this before, that I pay particular interest in.
Yeah, I was just about to talk about
pressure. That's a bit of a yardstick for a pressure. Is tackles inside 50.
Mm.
Do you know what our tackles inside 50 were? 16-3. That will tell you a lot.
Yeah.
That tells you that we were switched on.
Mm-hmm.
That we turned up to play. And we pointed this out before as a trouble point when we hadn't seen it. This time we want to point it out as an exceptional result that speaks to a number of players that really stepped up. And there's guys like Motlop who didn't hit the scoreboard, but he was very important, I thought, in laying tackles and his energy inside forward 50.
Yep.
So, and he wasn't alone. There was quite a few, but 16-3 is impressive. I think that's got to be one of the most lopsided stats I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
So speaking of those tackles inside 50, Motlop 3, Frankie Evans 3, Moya 2, Cripps 2, Young, Keith, Mackay, and a few others with 1. So there's a couple of. Isn't that interesting? Our Motlop, Evans, and Moya, 8. They accounted for half of them, our small forwards.
Yeah, that's good.
That's what you want to see.
Yeah.
That's their job.
Mm.
And they did it well.
Yeah.
So, I was really pleased by that. The other stat there is, and we know when our key forwards are not firing because we're not doing well with contested marks. Mm-hmm. This time we dominated that stat again in contested marks, 17-7.
Wow. Okay.
So there's a couple of stats there that really show how we turn things around and put our best foot forward there.
Yep, that's some great stats there to take note of. Clearly how we won the game. Stats don't lie. Uncontested possessions also dominate that facet.
Well, I like that because, we're a contested ball team. We win clearances, win the contest, and I love that. That's good. But we haven't always won uncontested. In fact, often we don't do very well in uncontested. And it's probably a sign that some of the boys need to run that bit harder to get into space.
Yeah.
It also is a sign that we're not moving the ball quickly enough to take advantage. So we this time we won comfortably in uncontested as well as contested.
Yep. Anything else?
Oh, they were the ones. They were the clear ones that I kind of really jumped out at me as being important.
Yep. I think that's good.
Yeah.
Well, we got a mammoth 5-4-3-2-1 votes to cover, and then I like to talk about quite a lot of other players as well. 17 in total I want to speak about. So let's get straight into that.
Well, with a good win like this, it's kind of hard to squeeze them all in, and there were some that were left out. But I don't think there's going to be much doubt about who is BOG for me.
Yeah.
It's got to be Harry Mackay. Equal career best 7 goals. He was fantastic. And the 7 goals doesn't speak to all of it either. His attack on the football from the start of that game, from the first bounce onwards, he didn't quite clunk a couple of early marks. And I remember remarking to you that he switched on.
Yeah.
And he's hungry for the footy. And that is a really good sign.
Got a big hit or something, and
he got a bit of a hit
early. Knocked it off, then went for
rushed off and kept going again for another massive mark.
Yeah.
He just went for so many big grabs, and then he ended up starting to clunk them. The more he went for them, he wasn't just he was. I think he had a humongous number of score involvements. I think 15 score involvements. This guy was just dominating. He was clearly, in my mind, the most important player in the game.
Yeah.
So hats off to Harry. Brilliant. 4 votes to Sam Walsh. How good is it to have Sam Walsh back?
Mm-hmm.
Just the sight of him sprinting through the opposition, just cutting through them like ribbons. We have really missed that.
Mm-hmm.
We've had no players doing that for us, and this reminds us of what he's capable of. He was just taking them on and beating them.
Another reason not to trade him.
Oh no, God, would be crazy.
Yeah.
We've really missed him. I think first game since round 13.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Really impressive. I think most of our early forays he seemed to have a role in. The 9 score involvements. I mean, where do you stop with this guy? It's not just the touches; it's his impact. I thought he's a very impactful player.
Another little point there: he only had 66% time on ground, so he's managed.
Well, I didn't know that, but that is astonishing.
Yeah.
That he would have, did all that in only 66% time on ground because he was dominant.
Weaving through traffic, it was marvelous to see.
Yeah. So I'm just looking at time on ground, and he's going to be really one of the best, I think, in that respect. At time, like one of the lowest time on ground. My computer's just frozen there. So if we go time on ground, he'll be down towards the bottom.
Yes.
Yeah. So he has our 3rd lowest time on ground, and that includes Cooper Lord, who got subbed out for concussion, and Corey Durden, who was the sub.
Yeah.
So if you take out those two, right, the guy subbed out and the guy who was the sub, he was our lowest percentage time on ground, and he's picked up 4 votes. Wow, what an efficient guy.
And he's managed 403 metres gained too.
Oh, yeah.
That would have picked up a bit more too if he had more time.
And I think that speaks to his impact because he was just devastating. And that was 3rd highest on the ground, 2nd highest for us, metres gained.
Yeah.
So just brilliant. Love watching the fella run around. George Hewitt was good. He gets 3 votes from me. 35 possessions, most on ground comfortably by a fair margin. Massive 11 clearances, 4 tackles. I mean, that is only scraping the surface with Hewitt in mind. I thought he was fantastic.
Yeah, he had 7 score involvements and 6 inside 50s as well, and 10 ground ball gets.
There's George for you. Really consistent game. I think in the second quarter he had 12 touches. So he really blew the opposition away then.
Yeah.
So 3 for him. Look, the last 2 is probably so I think for those, for mine, those 3 were 3 really clear standouts. Then you could have thrown the blanket over about 4 or 5 other players who were all exceptional. I've given 2 votes to Nick Haynes. I just love watching him play. He was great again on the weekend. His intercepting was fantastic. He had the most metres gained on the ground, and he was really good for 23 disposals for a key backman. That shows how dominant he was, and he seemed to be. He's got a good sense of where to be on the footy field, and he was really in the middle of everything for mine.
Yeah, he had a good forward half impact as well.
He seemed to be coming forward quite a lot, didn't he?
He almost had a shot on goal as well, I think.
I did. I know he had a shot on goal. I think he had a few score involvements, which he's not normally.
4 score involvements.
A goal assist.
He had 6 marks, 3 of which were intercept marks, 433 metres gained, as we said, 4 inside 50s, 4 rebound 50s, and 5 ground ball gets.
Not bad, hey?
Yeah.
Not bad.
What a pickup.
Yeah. Oh, look, he's been great this season. Really good. A great player. So, that's Nick Haynes. And one for me, like I said, a few people will be unlucky here, but Zach Williams I thought was great. Really lively, really energetic. 13 contested possessions, which is pretty good for him. I think he might have had 21 all up, I think, from memory. So he was right in the middle of it, and he's the spark that gets us going. And he just, if you don't mind, slaughtered a couple of goals as well.
Yeah, good reward. Yeah, 3 clearances, 5 inside 50s, 6 score involvements, 11 ground ball gets as well.
Yeah, one of the highest metres gained on the ground as well. He was just a really, had a very good game. So that's my 5, and I'm sure there's plenty others that you want to talk about that
Well, my 5, same with Mackay for 5, Walsh also 4, Hewitt with 3, Dunn Williams with 2, Cowan with 1. So for Cowan, he was efficient and composed, and generated plenty of run as he usually does. So he had 20 disposals, 10 marks, 80% disposal efficiency, 5 intercepts, and 4 rebound 50s.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not a bad
Another
game.
player. Well, let's go for some other players. Francis Evans, we said. Frank the Tank, 15 disposals, 5 tackles, 8 score involvements, 2 goals, 17 pressure acts. We like to see pressure acts as well.
Like to pressure acts, like I mentioned, those 3 tackles inside 50. He was in the middle of a lot of things. 15 touches for a small forward. I think he might have played a little bit in the middle, but 15 touches for a small forward is pretty good going.
Yeah. Cripper, 22 disposals, 10 of which were contested, 8 score involvements, 4 tackles, 5 clearances, 2 goals, 4 inside 50s, and 6 ground balls. A little lower on the disposal count, but still made an impact.
Yeah, it's probably another really solid game.
Yeah.
From Cripps, Captain Cripper. In the middle of a lot of things. Very good game from him. It's kind of like we expect it from him.
Yeah.
You know, there's a few other players that
he's stiffed and
probably did a little less, and probably we're going to mention because we thought they played really well.
Yeah.
And we just have a high standard for Cripps.
Blake Acres, I thought he really improved on Saturday. Like extra hand on the run. Remember that time in the boundary, and he just managed to
keep the ball in play,
keep the ball in play, set up and get a goal assist.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he just looked much more on song.
2 goal assists, which is handy.
Yeah.
I liked his game. I'm with you. I haven't been a biggest fan of his season, and I like Acres generally, but I don't think he's had a great season. But I did think he was great on the weekend. He really picked up that running game that he brings, the extra man at the ball when he's on song, and that's what he delivered.
Yeah.
So he was pretty good.
23 disposals, 5 marks, 5 score involvements, 2 goal assists, 4 inside 50s, 5 ground balls, and 22 pressure acts.
So
nice. Here's a breakout player for us, Flynn Young, and his breakout game, the mid-season draftee. So he managed to get 2 goals, as well as 15 disposals, 4 score involvements, 3 tackles, 3 ground balls, 14 pressure acts, and 3 marks.
He did a bit of everything, didn't
he? Yeah.
I thought it was a really good game of his. 2 goals was handy, and they're both good goals too, good times. He was, those stats that you presented shows what an all-round game I thought he had.
Yeah.
And that's a very timely game for him, keeps him in the team for next week, but also probably helps him stay on the list.
Yeah, a lot of these players are certainly putting their name out there for potentially re-signing. Here's Ollie Hollins, another player that's probably stiff to miss out on the votes. This type of performance would usually get him votes. Just backs up his performances week in, week out. And is quite composed and actually had plenty of forward half impact this time. So he had 20 disposals, 6 marks, went at 95% disposal efficiency. That's something we like to see.
Yeah, that's actually really good because it's been a bit of an bit of a concern at times.
Yeah.
But he was very good.
6 score involvements, 5 inside 50s, and 15 pressure acts.
Yep, great game, Ollie. Really good game.
Yeah. Hudson O'Keefe.
Ollie, is your brother playing next week? That's what we want to know.
Oh, I don't know. Might need to ask him in a training session. Hudson O'Keefe, I think he presented well. Missed a shot late, right in front, which is a bit disappointing.
Should have that one.
But he managed quite a few, 7 score involvements, 10 disposals, 4 marks, and 10 hit-outs, as well as his goal early on. So I think he's worthy of a mention at least.
Yeah, he was good.
We spoke about Lord.
Big fan of Lord. Lord's my underrated.
Yep.
His first half was amazing. In fact, if it wasn't for concussion, who knows, he probably would have been in the votes.
Yeah. Imagine he was on track to be getting his career high disposal count. and probably much more than 6 score involvements he managed in the end. Also got 4 clearances, 5 ground balls.
Cooper Lord had 15 touches by halftime.
Mm.
So, he could have ended up, God knows how many touches he would have ended up with.
Yeah.
So it was a shame he got concussed.
Now these two might be a little controversial. Wheaters, I would argue that he was, shaky early on, but then started going up the ground, made an impact, a few good marks, and then he looked impenetrable from after that. And he kept Georgiades to just 1 goal. So 13 disposals, 7 marks, 4 of which were intercept marks, 92% disposal efficiency, 7 intercepts and 6 1%ers.
I think you're a bit bigger fan of his game than mine. I didn't think he manned up at a couple of crucial times. Got caught out.
Yeah, that was early.
Yeah, so, as your key backman, that's something I expected. So
Same with
he
Young.
did improve later, I grant you that, but yeah.
Same with Young, improved later, but a little iffy. 13 disposals, 4 intercepts, 7 marks, 92% disposal efficiency and 9 1%ers. So pretty similar games from those two.
Yeah, look, Lewis Young always works hard to fill a gap.
Mm.
And we've got a couple of injuries at the moment down back, and it's good to have him available to do that.
Yeah, so he gets past there. Billy Wilson seems to go a bit unrecognised, I reckon, for his game. Solid impact, and I think this is kind of his breakout performance. He had 13 disposals, 3 marks, 3 intercepts, 4 score involvements, and 3 inside 50s.
Good effort from Billy Wilson. And look, the pace of AFL and the adjustment to AFL is not always easy. So you've got to be a bit mindful of that. But I think he's one of those young fellas that is going to grow with more time out in the middle.
Yeah.
So he just needs to adjust a little bit to the tempo of AFL footy. But I'm pretty optimistic about his prospects.
Yep. He recently had extended his contract to the end of 2026. Matt Carroll, another great performance from him. 12 disposals, 100% disposal efficiency, 6 marks, 4 intercepts, 3 rebound 50s and 3 1%ers.
He does use the ball well, Matt Carroll.
Yeah.
Does, and he's gone
Love his
past a
kicks.
few others on the list this year. Had a pretty good season.
Yep. Well, those are the 17 players I wanted to cover.
That's impressive.
And you could argue that Motlop, we also spoke about
Well, we
him.
did mention
Could
about
be
him.
18.
I did mention about him.
Foggy and then some other players.
There was a few, Adam Sard, there's a few others that you could mention.
No.
But really, I think it was a pretty good all-round performance.
Moya, if he kicked that other goal, might have deserved something. Who else did we not mention? Durden, didn't have enough time.
He didn't have enough time to really make a big impact there. Yeah. So we didn't mention TDK. I thought TDK did some good things, particularly early.
I looked at, he got 8 out of his 11 disposals in the first quarter.
Did he?
Yeah.
He definitely seemed lively early.
Yeah.
But it sounds like he's petered off a fair bit.
That's why. So we move on to the preview after a very comprehensive review, and that was fun to do. So, preview Essendon.
Well, I think we're going to go out there and smash them.
Oh,
that's what I reckon we're going to do. I reckon it's...
if we can smash Port, surely you can smash
I reckon it's time. It's time for us to be bold, right? And the Bombers are not much chop. Not much chop. Percentage is 72. Our percentage is 94. I think percentage over a season does speak to how consistent you are.
Yeah.
I think we've not put 4 quarters together most of the time, but we haven't tended to be smashed. They have been smashed at various times. They've got a lot of injuries, to be fair to them. But I think we are a better team than them, and I expect us to come out and beat them.
My only concern is that it's Zach Merritt's 250th game. Wonder if they try and get up for him.
I don't care. I don't care. I think it's also our last game for the season. It's not their last game for the season. They've got another one against the Suns. And milestone, who cares about their milestones? We care about what we're doing.
I don't care about TDK's 100.
And the other thing is, even though it's not ostensibly a lot to play for, we do like beating the Bombers.
Yeah.
We do.
And it's a rivalry game to finish off the season. And then, so some of their players that played well on the weekend, on Thursday night, whatever it was, Friday night, they had McGrath and Caldwell did good performances, I think.
Yeah, they were a bit stiff to lose.
I think they got robbed or something I didn't watch it, but
there's a very
bit of uproar.
Yeah, I think was there a late behind.
Yeah,
but they didn't
chance.
quite
Redmond
score.
also
Redmond,
well.
I think might have been it. Very late effort, but couldn't get over the line. They've still got quality players. They've still got quality players. McGrath's still playing for them. Dersma's, more than capable.
Yeah. They got a nice little Durham, lots of contributors.
Redmond had 36 touches last week. Yeah. McGrath 35, Durham 28. I mean, there's some talent there. Xavier Dersma had 24. They've got some ability there.
Is Ben Mackay coming back?
Well, that would be alright, wouldn't it?
A Mackay Bowl.
That would be funny. I'd enjoy watching that. That'd be worth the price of admission on its own.
Yep. Channel 7 is not putting it on free to air. It's fair enough, actually, because they're two terrible teams, but
that's right. We'll still be watching.
Yeah, it will be an intriguing weekend of footy with especially the Western Bulldogs Freo game going down to the wire as well. Whoever wins that makes it into finals, probably.
The biggest game on the ground, without doubt, is Western Bulldogs versus Fremantle.
Yeah.
And just for a bit of non-Colton stuff, whoever loses that will be very, very unlucky.
Yeah.
They've won 15 games already. Well, Fremantle has, right? And Dogs will win 15 if they win it. 15 games, for context, will get you into the top 4 plenty of seasons.
Yeah, I don't know.
So it's because the top 9 teams have been really good and the bottom 9 teams have been really bad. And so those top 9 teams have racked up quite a lot of wins. So there's not a lot of losses from that top 9 to bottom 9 teams.
Yeah. And the percentages are quite rapid as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Over 120 for most.
I mean,
it used to.
120 was a really good percentage most of the time. But, it's not that good a percentage at the moment. And the Dogs, that are currently only 8th, they've got a percentage of 140. I mean, that is astonishing. I mean, that's often the highest. That's often higher than the top team has.
Yeah.
Not today, not this year. Like I said,
Only
it's been
just.
The best percentage in the league is 141 by Adelaide, and they've got 140.3. Geelong's second, but they've got almost the best percentage in the league. In fact, if they had a big win, they'd have the highest percentage in the league by the end of the season.
Yeah.
And yet if they lose, they're out, basically.
Who would you be going for?
Gold Coast could still finish 9th if they lose twice, but they're playing Port Adelaide and Essendon.
Yeah.
I think they can win one of those 2 games, particularly the one at home against Essendon.
Yeah.
I would have thought they could win that one. Everyone I know is tipping the Dogs. Everyone I know. But I'm not riding off Fremantle. Fremantle's had a very good second half of the season.
Yep.
That I know they were pretty poor against the Lions. Lions are a very good team.
Yeah.
Lions are the reigning premiers. I would say Adelaide and the Lions are right up there for premiership favouritism. So it's not... Yes, they weren't very good last week, but I'm not writing them off, those Dockers.
Yep. Well, I don't know. It'd be kind of good to see Flagmantle full in the heap, but then I don't mind Freo either.
Well, if you want to get on, not that we're into gambling, but they're at $67 to win the flag. No one's rating them at all. Fremantle, $67.
How's the Collywobbles?
Well, they're still at 9, which is not that long odds, given that they've lost 4 of their last 5. I think it might be 5 of the last 6 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Collingwood's been fortunate that a few of the teams around them lost, even though they lost. So
Yeah, they could have fallen out.
yeah, so that's not going to happen now. I don't think. Especially, well, they're going to play Melbourne anyway and probably smash them. So, but I think that there's probably every chance they're the bottom half of the top 4 rather than a home game in week 1, which they would have been thinking of 5 weeks ago. Yeah, so for mine, it's Dockers versus Dogs is the big match to watch in the last round.
Yep. And you also got a few ones that will shape the top 8, like the Hawks Brisbane game.
Yeah, I think Hawks Brisbane game's the other one.
It's not actually that many good games.
No, I mean, it's 15th versus 12, 4th versus 14th, 13th versus 9th, 16th versus 1st. 17th versus 2nd, 18th versus 10th, 6th versus 11th, 8th versus 7th, that's the big one, Dogs, Dockers. 3rd versus 5th, we mentioned Brisbane and Hawks, 9th versus 15th. So I'd say there's only really 2 really good games there, and they're both on the Sunday.
Yep. Well, that was a great podcast, and we're in high spirits. So thank you for tuning in. We have predictions for this game.
My prediction is that the Colton season will finish before any other team.
True.
Because even Essendon that we're playing will have another game.
True. That's actually a very good point.
There's your meaningless trivia for tonight.
Okay. I'm gonna say Carlton by 42 points, and Mackay with another solid backup of a bag of 5, and Walsh with a bit more game time tears it up with about 33 disposals, something like that. Plenty of score involvements too.
So I'm tipping 50 plus points.
Yeah.
For the Mighty Blues. I think they're going to tear it up. And I think Sam Walsh is going to have another big one. I think Cripper's going to tear it up for his last game of the season too. And I reckon if Elijah Hollands plays, he's going to have a good game.
Yep.
So bring him in, Ollie.
Yep. Talk to the selectors and Vossi.
And just a slide 3 or 4 goals for Frankie Evans.
Yep. We like Frank the Tank now. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. It'll be very much appreciated. Up the Baggers.
Can the Blues.